Hey, Chris Banner here from the Digital LTC Advisor. Anyhow, this is what I want to share with you today. I want to share with you a quick way on how you can engage with your customers and clients and prospects through your iPhone without having to sit there and text message all your stuff out to people. If you're not using text messages today, you're missing the boat. If you think about it, 90% of text messages get opened because they're hard to not open. Who doesn't want to open a text message, right? And people are getting bombarded with them today. But if you think about it, if you're able to engage with a prospect almost instantly from the time that they actually hit go on a lead request, regardless of what time of the day it is, they're going to think that you're on top of your game. Okay. And so with more people now and more agents and more customers engaging by text, because it's a less it's just an easier way to answer somebody, send someone a question and stuff like that. I forgot the word that I'm looking for, but anyhow, more people are engaging by text. And if you think about it, the only way that you could stop or block a text message is to actually put that person in that phone number in your phone as a contact. Okay. So that's even more work in order to block it. So anyhow, what's neat about the text messaging feature as well is that you could send links through it. So if you're, say for instance, you have a lead funnel out there that you built and someone requests some information, they send you their name, email, and their mobile number. Instantly, you could set up through your phone or through your auto response system a text message, SMS message that goes out with a link to your ebook that you're giving, or a link directly to your sales funnel, or a link to your virtual workshop, or a link, whatever. A lot of people today now are starting to use their calendar links. They finally got on board here. I've been using scheduling links now for about the last 3 or 4 years. So anybody that's kind of getting on that boat right now, they're trying to learn ways on how to easily, get that link out to people. So, if you're trying to do that by text message, it could be a long thing to keep typing out, especially if you have a lot of leads coming in to type the same message over and over and over again. So I'm going to show you a quick hack in your iPhone on how you can take care of that. Number one. Number two, I'm going to show you how I set up my phone. So if I am sitting face to face with somebody, like in a situation where say you're out at a restaurant and you're at a bar and you're drinking with somebody and they start asking you what you do, and meanwhile you say, look, I'm a Medicare guy, or what, a long-term care guy, whatever. They ask for your business card. I don't do business cards anymore. What you do is you set up your contacts in your phone and utilize the features in your iPhone to set it up somewhere similar to this. So watch how cool this is. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring up my phone. Give me a second. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to teach you is basically how I set up, or how you want to set up your iPhone. Again, I don't know how the Androids work, but this is how I do this. So what I did was I go in and I set up a contact, okay, for each one of my different types of lines of business. So basically Medicare and long-term care. All right. So this is my Medicare contact. So if I'm sitting across from somebody and they're like, yeah, send me your information, whatever. Or if I have a client list of mine, what I do is I send them all a message through their phone and have them save my contact information in their phone. So if they do meet somebody, right, that is turning 65 or that does have Medicare questions, I tell them, listen, it's very simple. Text them my contact information. Go into your phone, go down to share contacts, hit that button, and go ahead and text it out. Now, what do I have in here that I'm sending to people? Okay, so what I do have is my email. Okay, but then I created, and I'll share more with how I do this. I created what's called a funnel, sales funnel, or a micro website, however you want to do it, using a simple program called Phone Sites, which I'll show you how to get access to that later. But anyhow, I build something very simple. Here is my information on the Medicare, state of Connecticut residents. Are you aging? It's got a little video about myself, how I help people, and then I give them away something for free for their information. So what I've created is a checklist, and anyhow, this is just how I do this. Now, how impressive is this? Where you're sitting across from somebody that may be interested in this, or you're dialing people. So say if I'm dialing leads for Medicare, and instead of going into the whole pitch of who you are, I literally just say, listen, man, what's your cell phone number? Or ma'am, or man, or mister, whatever the hell you want to call. What's your cell phone number? And I'm going to text you my information right here. Inside there, you'll be able to watch a little quick video about myself, and I create a roadmap to help answer all your questions about Medicare. You put your information in here. Number one, boom, I just collected their info, giving me the okay to now continue to market to them now or in the future. Okay. And number one. Number two, I send them their checklist and I could show them stuff like this. Here's some client profiles. I mean, how professional and cool does this look, right? So you could really impress somebody, and it's very simple for them to call me. They just tap that phone number, or they can get to my scheduling link. Okay, so I do this for all of my different lines of work. Okay, so this is what's pretty cool about this. All right, so again, you set yourself up, in your contacts, basically to have your website in there, maybe your ebook, a link to it, things along those lines. So when you're sitting with somebody, it's just very simple to say, hey, let me show you a little bit about what I do. Or if you ever happen to run into a customer or Mr. Financial advisor, if you ever have a client that asks you questions about, here's my guy, right? And you just share the contact and they can go right into your sales funnel, learn how you do this, that kind of thing. So that's basically how I set myself up in my phone. That's pretty cool, huh? Now, watch this. This is even more cooler, or even cooler. So what you're going to want to do is this. You're going to want to open up, let's just use Calendly, for instance, okay? More people today are using, again, the scheduling software. They're finally waking up to the point that people just want to click buttons and book an appointment with you. They don't want to hear from you on a phone call. They don't want to deal with any of that stuff a lot of times. So why not give it to them how they want, right? So what I've done is, for instance, if you want to now send a text message to these people, okay, or if you have a funnel that's built through like a phone sites or a click funnel, something along those lines, or a website, and it sends you text messages upon someone putting their information in, and you want to have a response, okay, that's going to go back to them without sitting there and typing all of that stuff in every single time, you're going to want to do this, okay? So here's how to do it the simplest way. You're going to open up two things. You're going to open up your email, and you're going to open up your Calendly, let's say, or your website, all right? So just give you an example. All right, so here's my long-term care quick website. All right, this is my micro funnel for qualifying my Medicare people, my long-term care people. They click here, got a little intro video, talks about you need to be healthy, you got to have some assets to make this worth it. Basically, this is my pre-screening before people book an appointment. If you see here, they have to look at this first, right? Put their information in to watch that video, which I know they do, and I don't even give them an option to schedule an appointment yet until they watch that video. And if they keep wanting help, right, it goes right back to here to put the information in. But regardless, even if you now are setting up virtual workshops, we have all of our agents with virtual workshops now. Long-term care workshop, it starts at the top of every hour. Here we go. The next one starting in 3 minutes and 47 seconds. You could send all of this in a text message. So what you're going to want to do is all of the different links that you would want, even the links to your PDFs and so forth. You're going to want to type a little message. Hello, blah, blah, blah. This is Chris Banner, blah, blah, blah. I do this, blah, blah, blah. Here's how I help people. Here's how you reach me. If you want information in regards to, my ebook, here's how you get to it. If you want to check out my schedule, here's how you get to it. If you want to go, check out my virtual workshop, like my long-term care 101 workshop before you schedule an appointment, here's how you get to it. Here's my calendar link, blah, blah, blah. You're going to send it to yourself, okay? Going back to my phone, I'm going to go to my emails, okay? And I'm going into that email, and I'm going to select all the stuff that I go and want to have in the text, okay? And I'm going to go copy. All right, so here's where it gets cool, guys. Follow along. Again, Android, throw it out, get an iPhone. iPhone, hit settings, okay? Go into settings, go scroll down to general. What you're going to want to do is scroll down to keyboard, and you're going to want to go to text replacement. On the top right, you're going to go new, and this here is where you're going to paste under phrase your text message, okay? And then the shortcut to this is whatever you want to call it, all right? So let's just say this is my MC schedule, SCH, all right? So watch how cool this is. So you're going to want to create a shortcut for that particular text. You're going to want to save that in there, hit save, okay? Now, if I get a lead that comes in, okay, boom, let's just say myself, and I go to a new message, right? And all I'm going to do is go in here and go MCSCH. Boom. Whoops. MCSCH. Type in my code, enter. Look at that. It drops in. And again, you could play with the spacing and stuff like that once you want. And as easy as this, you already know the lead's information. Instead of having to type this whole damn thing out again, you're just going to go, hey, Chris. Okay. And again, if it comes through one of the funnels that we build and stuff like that, it will actually have the name auto-populated in there based upon, called blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here's my ebook. Here's all my stuff. Okay. Boom. You're going to send it right back. So let's just send it to myself. And you're going to go send. Boom. Okay. So how cool is it? Again, this is just from before. How cool is it to where now, instead of having to type this message out, okay, you already got it in your phone. And if you set this thing up right, you can click your links and here you go. Welcome to my quick little website here. Here's my video. Put your information in. I'm going to send you to the next video so you don't waste your time. Okay, how to qualify for long-term care insurance. My advice is free. If I can help you, click here. Boom, put your information in. Okay, now same thing. Go back. If you want, you could have set your Calendly link up in here. So the way I do my Calendly is just like this. It's a simple link. Or you can, if you want to do it properly without just sending, so here's the thing, okay? We need to collect data on these people. Yes, you may already have a lead from these people that you're going to be sending this information to, but ultimately what you want to do is you want to figure a way to generate your own leads, okay? And in order to do that, there's a couple of things you have to have, all right? You got to be where your clients are at all times, okay? Usually on their phone and on social media, right? Number two, the part that people are missing is getting to these people as quickly as possible, the information that you want them to see, and directing them to a specific targeted message or a video. A website today is not really mobile friendly, number one. Number two, a website really doesn't capture data. And again, mobile friendly is you got maybe 3 to 5 seconds to impress somebody. When they get your information and open it up. You send somebody to a web page where they're going to be going through tons and tons of different information just to figure out how to contact you, okay? You lose them. You just lose them. So the way you want to set this up, if you're going to do this right, and we call this the modern day sales machine, is attract these people, find them where they are, social media, whatever, create one of a micro type site or something along these lines to where you can drive them to your blog, drive them to a video, drive them to a scheduling page, and do it all through using the technology that we have in the palms of our hands, which is basically this thing right here, because this is how people want to get their information, right? So how cool is it now that a new lead comes in? Let me just show you how cool that is again. Right, I'm going to delete that last text. I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in MCSCH. Boom, hit return. My message goes in there. All I'm going to have to do is go up to the top, right? Maybe customize it a little bit instead of just having it blank for hello, put the person's name, right? And maybe space it out a little bit. You can get my next ebook here. So this is how quickly you could do this, and you could send them different things. Here's my scheduling link, right? So forth. Look here. I even can so let's just see. Have added a scheduling link. So you could dolly this up, but the point being is I'm going to send it to myself again. Send, right? So here I am. I just got your client just gets a nice text message, gives them all the options and ways to get a hold of you. And you could even send them to your virtual workshop when this becomes a link here, or send them anywhere you want. So anyhow, again, this is Chris Banner. Inside or below, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to be forming a group that is specifically towards long-term care and insurance agents, and all on these digital marketing type techniques and tips and tricks. So look out for the invite to that group if you think this stuff was interesting, because we're going to share more of these tips and ideas on how we've been successful creating these easier workflows and client acquisition systems, right? Is kind of what we call it, to help just modernize your abilities to deal with people and make it easier for them to deal with you as well, and kind of weed out the crap that you don't want to really deal with by setting these things up to where, again, being where these people want to be, capturing that data. Once you capture that data, you can market to these people all you want, and that data is yours. And so stay tuned. I'm going to share a lot of cool information with you. Again, Chris Banner here. If you have any questions, you can direct message me if you want more information on this, or you can give me a call direct. I'll be happy to help anybody out. Phone number is 203-528-1214. Take care. Happy Wednesday.